Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking at Pam's Place. I'm Chef Pam and we're getting ready to make Southern style collard greens with cabbage. We've got ham hocks, bacon, onions, garlic, and a little heat. Oh my goodness. And if you want to learn how to make all kind of homemade food and dishes, easy, simple, made from scratch, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on the notification bell and set it to all so you'll always get these amazing recipes when I drop them. And then just keep hanging around because I have a whole channel full of recipes that'll get you there. Let's get busy. We are back and we're going to go over these ingredients one more time. We have our collard greens, star of the dish. Cabbage, second star of the dish. And we've got these beautiful ham hocks that we're going to be cooking for our greens. We've also got some bacon here, and we have onions and garlic. Got other little few things that we're going to be adding along the way as well. But the first thing we want to do is make sure our greens are clean. Wash your greens, guys. I have had these over here. I've still got to pick these, and I have to wash the cabbage as well. But for the greens, when you get ready to wash them, you want to go in and add some vinegar to your water to make sure that it gets all the grit off of the greens. Just maybe about 1/4 of a cup, depending on how many greens you have. Now, there are a lot of people that add dish soap to them to really give them a good scrub. If you want to add dish soap, add your dish soap, but I'm not adding any chemicals to my greens. The vinegar will be good enough. Just rinse them until the water comes clear. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me show you how to take them off the stems here. I'll give you a nice good big one. You wanna just take your collard green and you can cut it off the stem. I just do it backwards. It's going this way. So fold it over this way and you just wanna rip it right on off. Rip it right on off. And discard the stem. And then another thing people do is they actually then cut the green. I just simply break mine. It's easy, simple, quick, and we'll be back. Okay, so the first thing we want to do while we are cleaning our greens is get our meat going. So we're going to start off with our bacon. You want to render the fat off of this bacon. Okay, at this point it's starting to crisp up, so we're going to go in with our onions so they start to soften. Now we're going in with our minced garlic. And as usual, I'll have all the ingredients and measurements in the description. Now we're going to add in our ham hock. I want to go in with a little black pepper at this point. And just a pinch of salt. Salt is going to just bring out the flavor. I like to turn them over a couple of times before we go in with our water. Now you just want to pour your water in. Make sure they are covered. Now from here, we're going to put the top on and let them cook for about an hour and we'll be back. So our greens are all washed. They're looking beautiful. And our ham hocks and bacon and onions have been cooking. Now it's time for us to add our greens into the pot. So now all we're going to do is handful by handful add our greens in here. We have so many greens that we will have to let them cook down some before we can add them all in. You just want to get them added in. They cook down pretty quickly. And just keep adding until you added all your greens in. Then we're going to let these greens cook for about an hour and then we'll be back. In the meantime, we'll go over and get our cabbage all cleaned and cut. Okay, our greens have cooked down to the point that we can now cover them and let them simmer for about another hour, and we'll be back. Okay, so now it's time for us to take our ham hocks out, and we're going to put our cabbage in. It's okay if a few of the greens come out with the ham hocks. We'll be putting those back in as well. Okay, and this is where we're going to go in and season. I'm adding some red sauce. You can add red pepper flakes if you like. I like to go in with the hot sauce. And we're also going to add a little Himalayan salt as well. And then we're going to add in our cabbage. Okay, now we're just adding our cabbage in. And we're going to cook this for another 10 or 15 minutes. Make sure it's well seasoned. You can add more hot sauce in like I'm doing now. Give it a stir. Then we'll be adding our meat in last. Once you take your meat out, you want to cut it off the bone and chop it up into small pieces and discard the bones. We are all done. I'm going to put this in a bowl so you guys can see. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today in my kitchen. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Oh my goodness. And I will see you next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise.